Hi everyone, my name is Jake Hemmerly and I'm on the technical education team here at the Web3 Foundation. And today I'm going to be showing you how to stake or nominate your tokens on the Polkadot network. This is the same workflow with if you're using Kusama. So you'll just use the Kusama network in this example. So we're going to do basically four things rather. First, we're going to create some accounts. We're going to create a stash account and a controller account. This will be used for staking. We're then going to fund these accounts. And then after that, we're going to bond the tokens. And then we are going to nominate with those bonded tokens in order to stake them. Go ahead and start off by installing the Polkadot JS browser extension. If you're familiar with MetaMask, this is similar to that if you're from the ETH world, but it makes it really simple to manage all of your accounts. And once we start rolling out parachains for Kusama and Polkadot, it'll be a lot easier to interact with those different parachains by having this extension. So go ahead and install that. And what we're going to do is we're going to click the plus button at the top right and click Create New Account. If this is your stash account, you're going to want to save this. You're going to save the seed for both of these, but write down the seed for this account here. I'm going to say I did that. I'm going to select the Polkadot relay chain, select Kusama if you're using Kusama. I'm going to call this stash. I'm going to give it a password. Cool. And we're going to generate that account. Cool. I'm going to do this again for the controller account. So create new account. Write this down. We're going to call this controller account. I'm going to select Polkadot again, and then I'm going to click add this account with the generated seed. Cool. So now that we have that, we want to fund the account. And what we're going to first do is go to polkadot.js.org/apps. And this is going to show you your accounts here. So next we're going to fund it. So you can do this. You can get your account address by opening up Polkadot JS and then going to your account and either highlighting and copying this or by clicking the logo here. But you're going to want to, if you're going to withdraw your coins from your exchange, you want to withdraw them to your stash account. So I would withdraw them to here. I'm actually going to be transferring them from a different wallet into here. All right, awesome. So we can see now that our stash account has some DOT tokens in there. So next, I'm going to want to fund the controller account, and your controller account basically allows you to do staking related operations and other things with the bonded tokens without being able to transfer those tokens. So what we'll do in a little bit is you'll actually delete your stash account from the browser extension, and this keeps it as a cold wallet, but you can still select nominators and do other bonding related activities with the controller account that stays online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send to the controller account from the stash account 1.5 DOT. And I'm computing that by I need 1 DOT in order to cover the existential deposit, which you need in order for the controller account to be alive. And then I'm also adding enough for any transaction fees that are going to be related to staking operations here. So 1.5 DOT is going to be enough for that. I'm going to send that to the controller account, make transfer, sign and submit. I'm going to type in my password here, sign the transaction. And sweet, we see that has been sent. Cool. So next we're going to go to network and then staking. And then we're going to click account actions here. And we're going to create a new stash. We're going to click the plus stash button here. For the stash account, we're going to make sure stash 1 is selected. For the controller account, we are going to make sure the controller account is selected. Cool. And then we're going to bond. Let's say I want to bond 2 tokens here. So I want to stake 2 tokens. I'm going to, I'm going to do let's do 1.8. And this can be any subset of the balance that exists on the stash account. So 1.8, and then I'm going to increase the amount at stake here for the staking rewards. You can also not increase the amount at stake so that you can send them as soon as they hit your wallet or transfer them out. You can also send them to the controller account if you'd prefer to do that, or you can specify another account that this gets transferred to. I'm just going to increase the amount at stake. I'm going to click bond. This is going to execute a transaction from the stash account, and then I will sign from the stash account here. Sweet. So now we can see that there are 1.8 dot locked up here in a stash. So next we're going to click nominate, and we're going to select validators that we trust. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can see what kind of criteria you want to look into when choosing validators, or rather to choose validators that you trust. So don't just select the ones that I'm using for this example, but I will select these randomly here. Next, I'll once I have all of the accounts that I'm comfortable nominating, I'm going to then click nominate. I will then click sign and submit. This will execute a transaction from the controller because the controller is now in control of the bonded tokens. Awesome. So we can see that that transaction has now gone through, and we are waiting for these nominations to go through. Assuming that these validators become part of the next validator set, which happens every era, which is 24 hours, then you will start receiving staking rewards after 24 hours, or within 24 hours rather. Cool. So now you don't really need to do anything. What I actually would recommend you do is go and forget your stash account from here. Make sure that you have written down that seed. Otherwise, you will not be able to do anything with these tokens ever again. So make sure that you have a backup of your seed. You can also, with this open, you can click export account. You can type in the password and then save this as JSON, as I can do here. Or make sure that you have that seed phrase written down. I repeat, if you forget this, if you delete this account and you don't have that written down, you will not be able to access these tokens ever again, which is very bad and very sad. So make sure you have that saved, and then what you can do is you can click forget account. And what this will do is this will make sure that if your computer is ever compromised or anything like that, then you will still be able to access the tokens in that stash account by loading them onto another clean computer or something, executing the unbonding extrinsic, and then you'll be able to withdraw those coins. So you're basically keeping a hot wallet and cold wallet separate, and the coins really live in the cold wallet, which is your stash account. So yeah, you can do that. I would recommend doing that. So let's say you're done and you don't want to stake, you don't want to do any of that anymore, and you want to unbond these tokens and use them elsewhere. You want to make sure that your stash account and controller account are both in the browser. You're going to click stop here. This is going to stop the staking process. You will then sign the transaction. And now your coins will still be bonded, but they will not be used for staking operations anymore. After that, what you can do is you will then unbond these tokens. You'll click this here and then unbond. You'll select the unbond amount. In this case, I want to unbond all of them. I'll click unbond. This will execute from the controller account here. Sign and submit. I will sign the transaction. Again, it's from the controller account. And this will start the unbonding process. After the 28 days have passed, the unbonding period, which is 28 days on Polkadot and 7 days on Kusama, you will then be able to transfer the coins using the stash account. So that is basically everything that you need to know in order to stake on the Polkadot and Kusama networks. Yeah, hope this was useful. See you guys later.